Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. I am Robin Shaw. I am a Canadian teacher, and I'm here to answer your English questions. I am here almost every day. I'm here today, but actually tomorrow night I'm going to take a break, and of course Esther's on Tuesday. So I'll probably be back Wednesday or Thursday. Anyway, hello everyone. Let's see who's here. I can see Diallo. How you doing, Diallo? Let's see if I can pronounce your first name. Degenabu Diallo. Usually I just call you Diallo because that's easier. And Layla's here. I'm doing fine, Layla. Anfel. Hello. Lolly from France again. Carlos Sarango. Hello, Carlos Sarango. And Carrie Page. Hello. Yeah, Jose. Who's Jose? I think is that Jose or Jose? Jose Vieira from Brazil. Tika. Hello, Tika. Nice to meet you here again. Well, Layla, you should never say. Let's talk about that very quick. Oh, this is not good. Not a good marker. Where's my marker? Am I still on the board? I'm still on the board. Here. All right. Nice to meet you. So remember, guys, when we say nice, when we use that meet, that is the first time. You when you use meet, that's the first time when you're meeting a stranger, someone you don't know. So if you don't know me and you're meeting me for the first time, you should say nice to meet you. But we don't want the light. But you know me, so if you know the person, you should always say nice to see you. Nice to see you. So Layla, I know you. You know me. So you should say nice to see you again. Nice to see you. Nice to see you here again. Maybe I'm off the screen. Oh, it's still on the screen. All right. So if you know me, you just say nice to see you again. It's your first time. Nice to meet you. Carrie. Carrie asks, are you going to do live stream on your Shaw English channel today? Not today. Maybe next week. Maybe twice a month, Carrie. Doing a live stream on Shaw English is always very difficult. So I'll try to get Esther next. Namaste from India. Hello. So, Gerson's here. Hello. Nguyen. Hello again. Gerson, nice to see you again. Frankfield. Hello. Evgeny M. Hello. Joyen Karsuva. I'm doing well. Nice to see you again. And I think this is the first time I'm seeing Frankfield. Frankfield, nice to meet you, Frankfield. Which country are you from? Pretty Cat is back. Hello, dear Robin. Dear Robin. How are you? I'm fine. Yesterday I asked a question. I had to leave live stream, but I saw again. Thank you for your answer. I hope you come to Afghanistan. Well, we'll see about that. Nekati Sahin. I think I've seen you before, Nekati. Welcome. Jessica, I know. Hello. Frankfield. Where are you from? Where are you from, Frankfield? All right, you guys. You should be... This is English live Q&A, so get your English questions in. Let's get started. Class has begun. Let's see what I can teach you today. Kamlesh Saini. When you are coming from somewhere, what should I say? Where do you come from? Okay, so Kamlesh, your first question, where do you come from? That's a question asking about country. Where do you come from? If you ask me that question, where do you come from? I would say I come from Canada. So that's kind of asking about country. So the question you should ask for that situation, where are you coming from? So if someone is coming to you and you just ask, where are you coming from? And they would answer like, I'm coming from the bank. Okay, I think that's what you're looking for. So the first one, generally used to ask about country. The other one is asked more of which location are you coming from? And Carlos Sarango from Ecuador, Guayaquil, Leila Mukarama, I am here. Vivek Kumar, hello, sir. I have some doubts. If I have 10 mangoes here, have is come. I'm trying to understand your question. I know why this is come, but another example, I have completed Masters in Science here. Also have come. Oh, Vivek, I want to understand your question because it looks... Have is not come. I have is a possession. I have 10 mangoes. It's not, doesn't mean come, Vivek. I'm not understanding your question. I have completed. So have is your action of completing the masters, your Masters of Science. It doesn't mean come. Okay, so Vivek, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you mean by come, but have doesn't mean come. Try to ask your question a different way. I have to move on. Frankfield, I'm trying to improve my English skills and I'm happy to discover or for discovering your YouTube. Well, welcome, Frankfield. And Pretty Cat, what is the difference between on thin ice and skating on thin ice? Those are both idioms. They both mean the same thing. I think some people might say you're on thin ice, and some people might say, hey, sorry, I hit the mic. You're skating on thin ice. For idioms, they mean the same thing, which is you're going to be in trouble soon. Or skating on thin ice could mean actually ice skating on thin ice. It can have the literal meaning, but it is also a common idiom. But they mean the same thing, has an idiom, on thin ice, skating on thin ice. Layla, yes, I know. Also, I am proud of you. Well, thank you for being proud of me. I don't know why you're proud of me, but I forgot. Music Sounds Muhammad. Hello, teacher. I want you to ask about use to. We don't use to. We only use used to. We only use used to. There's nothing I can think of that uses use to. Frankfield, is she a Spanish speaker? I can help. I don't know. Let's see. All right, Layla's asking a question here. If you guys don't know, Lily, her YouTube name is Lily Al Lily, but her name is Layla, so I always call her Layla. She's one of my top students, always asking questions. She's serious about learning English, and I love students who are serious about learning English. All right, so she says, I'm sorry, I'm run pressed time. That sentence is incorrect. No one says I am run press time. That's an impossible sentence. We do have a time expression. We do have an expression about time. I'm pressed for time. Now we can say I'm pressed for time, which means I don't have much time. Hurry up, I'm pressed for time. Okay, that is a time expression using pressed, but we don't use it with run. Say I'm running out. I think we can fit that of. I'm running out of time. So this time expression and this time expression, very similar in their meaning. I don't have much time. I don't have much time. I'm pressed for time. I'm running out of time. These are two time expressions, but your sentence there, I'm run pressed time, I don't know that, Layla. Maybe you wrote that wrong, or maybe you're trying to combine these. If I didn't answer your question, ask it again in a different way. And Moid Simasol. Hello, sir. What's the difference? Okay, your grammar, your question, the grammar in your question is a little awkward, so wait a moment. What a difference. The word is how much, how many. All right, that's easy to answer. It's hard work being a teacher. Exercise. Wipe the board. Is that on the board? Here, I better do a good job. Sorry, wait. All right, guys. I think a lot of you know this. How many apples do you have? How much money do you have? So this is how many. This is how much. What's the difference? Well, let me get my. I got many different colored markers today. We have a countable noun. How many apples do you have? We have a countable noun. So this is our noun. It's countable. 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples. So how many apples? We use many. How many with a countable noun? And then we have another noun down here. It's uncountable. We cannot say 1 money, 2 monies, 3 monies. That doesn't work. We only say how much money. I have some money. I have a lot of money. But we can't count the money like 1 money, 2 monies. All right, so how much for the uncountable noun? How many for the countable noun? Hope you got that, Moid Siam Sol. Kareem, my doubt is how English become the international language. How did it become international language? Well, I think historically England conquered many countries around the world. They made many colonies and spread the English language. And And then America speaks English, and America has a lot of good media. They got a lot of good movies. They got a lot of good TV shows, and all that is in English. So I think English will be the international language for a long time to come. All right, so Vivek, okay, fine. I've completed my master's of science here. Why? Why are you using have? All right. I'll get a... I'm getting the perfect... Wait a second, guys. I want to... I don't want to confuse him. All right. So I put the past participle is used with the verb have to create the present and past perfect sense. So you're using it to express the past tense. I have completed. The key word in the key verb there is completed. So when you finish something in the past, we're going to use have, all right? So give me a sentence. She has helped me a lot. All right, so she has, I have, she has, and I have the past tense helped me a lot. So talking about events that are completed or finished in the past, we're going to use that sort of grammar. So that is different than have. I have a marker. So that have means possession. All right, I have it now. It belongs to me. The other have is talking about completed action. So they're not the same thing. Don't get confused. Okay, there's a lot of questions, guys. I might be behind, so I'm going to kind of speed up my answers. Let's see. Oh, I'm looking at so many questions. And I'm about, okay. I'm checking the time. Oh, sorry. Ooh, so many questions today, guys. Okay, I'll speed up. Because there's so many questions, Tika, because there's so many questions, I can't go into too much detail on the difficult questions. Now, your question, what's the difference between by and with? Tika, you got to bring me some example sentences because the preposition by is used in so many different ways, and the preposition with is used in so many different ways. Just saying, what's the difference between by and with is there's so many differences and there's so many ways to use them. Tika, bring in some example sentences and I'll help you then. Sorry, I got to move on. Jessica, can you help me out when I have to use regret plus ing form or with to infinitive. So I regret eating a lot of chicken. Or I regret eating a lot of fast food. So I want to express a regret. And a regret, of course, is something I wish I didn't do or I hadn't done. So I regret eating a lot of fast food. So I regret, we're going to the past. We're going to use past continuous, eating. All right, I regret eating. I'm not going to say I regret to eat a lot of food. We're going to use the gerund, eating, like that. So that's usually how we express a regret. All right, not to infinitive. I can't, unless you have an example that uses to infinitive, that's possible, but right now I can't think of anything. All right, and Phil, I understand. Don't worry, sometimes you're here, sometimes you're not. You guys don't have to be here every night. I'm not here every night. Anyway, you drop in once a week or whenever you have English questions. Joyanne, what's the difference between duty and job? Well, job is work. You go to work, you get money. You don't get money for a duty. Duty is a responsibility. So, for example, in Korea here, it's every man's duty to join the army. So Korean men have to do about 2 years army service. That's their duty, their responsibility. They have to do that for the country. It's not a job. They're not getting paid to do a job. It's their duty, their responsibility. Job is work. You got to get paid. Don't worry, Anphil. All right. Philippines. Gerson, what is correct? I studied a master on roads, or I studied a master in roads. I don't think, what is the subject roads? Are you talking about a master degree in roads? Excuse me. A master degree in something, Gerson? Because I don't think we would call it roads. Frankfield, are you helping a specific English level? All levels, Frankfield. Some questions. I think this is maybe beginner level, but I also answer very complicated questions too. Billy's here. Hello. Pretty Cat, could you pronounce adopt, adept, adapt, adopt, adapt, 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 adapt. Matthias Mendez, the word furthermore is very formal. Yes, I would agree. Could you give me some examples? I think furthermore is just a more formal way of saying also. So any place you want to say also, you can change it to furthermore. And it just sounds more formal. Well, let's see. Let's get an example. I do live streams here almost every night. Furthermore, I do live streams on my other channel sometimes. So it could just be an also. If you have some examples, bring them in. Matthias, the worst thing to do is ask me for the examples. You guys bring in the examples. Frankfield, I'm running out of time means the same. The time is up. No, running out of time means I still have some time. But the time is up means no time. Time is up means there's no time left. But running out of time means very soon there's no time left. I'm 11 minutes behind. Sorry, guys. Don't leave until I answer your question. Fanny asks, if I say I'm sorry or apologize to someone, most people always answer, it's okay, don't worry about that. I know that meaning, but in this case, does that sentence have a different meaning? It just means don't worry about it. No problem. Don't worry. So whenever you apologize and they say it's okay, don't worry about that, it only means no problem. That never worry. Okay, it doesn't have a different meaning. Layla, my sentence is, oh, I have to run. I'm pressed for time. Okay. But my brain is cloudy these days. All right. Well, we figured it out. I answered you. I have to run. In this case, I have to run. I have to go. I'm pressed for time. I have no time to stay. I have to run. I have to go. No time. Evgeny. Robin, could you explain about endings in sentences? I mean, about why in English people use prepositions at the end of the sentence. Do you have some example sentences, Evgeny? See, it's not good for me to think of examples. Where do you want to go to? Where do you want to go to? That's a possible sentence that ends in a preposition. So you want to try never to, good English, good grammar, usually you never want to end a sentence with a preposition. There are some cases it's okay to end a sentence with a preposition, but usually you don't want to do that, all right? So I'm not sure what your question is, because native speakers always end sentences with prepositions. It's possible, and where do you want to go to? To is your preposition. Oh, lolly lolly. What's the difference between I used to and I am used to? Well, let's take a look at the board for this one. I'm going to make a note. I like that question. Someone's asked that. Listen up, class. Good question here. So you can see the only difference is this be verb am. So I used to. So I used to sing. Let's see, you guys can see that. I used to sing. So I used to. Let's get the pronunciation too. I used to. This is going to be a little bit of blending there. I used to sing. So it kind of sounds like that. I used to sing. So what does that mean? Well, that's time in the past, not now, in the past. I sang, all right? So I used to sing, but not now. So I'm used to. So this is different. This is completely different. This is not even connected. They're not even closely resembling each other. This is a completely different statement. So I'm used to, what am I used to? I'm used to strange English questions. It's still on the screen. All right, sorry about my writing. We'll put a line there. So I'm used to means I'm familiar. I'm familiar with strange English questions. So every day I get one or two strange English questions. Now, the first time I saw strange English questions, I was surprised and shocked because sometimes people ask strange questions about, well, usually bad words. But now I'm used to it. So when I see the strange questions, I'm not shocked. I'm used to it. I'm very familiar with it. Okay? So used to, past tense, something I did in the past, but I'm used to means something happened to me so much that I'm very familiar. I have no reaction to that. Okay? So I hope that helps you out, Lolly Lolly. I got to move on because I am far, far behind. Tika, sir, what's the difference between I have to work now? We had been working for 2 days. She has been living in this room for the last 2 years. Well, you're using different grammar there. So what's the meaning or what's the difference? Well, I have to work now. You're talking about the present time. And then your past, it was a past perfect. Continuous, we had been working for 2 days. So in the past, you had been working 2 days. And she has been living in this room for the last 2 years. Again, in the past until probably now, from the past until now, she has been living continuously in this room for the last 2 years. I hope that helps, Tika. I can't spend too much on that anymore. And Phil, teacher, what is the meaning when I ask someone, can I speak to the manager? You say, I'm afraid Mr. Ahmed isn't in his office at the moment. Well, there's a question, can I speak to the manager? And then the person replies that no, he isn't in the office. He's not here. The manager is not here. So I gotta be quick. You guys are waiting for questions. Or you're waiting for answers. I want to speak to the manager. So he's going to start, I'm afraid, because I'm afraid is, in this case, same as sorry. I have to give you bad news. So I have to speak to the manager. I'm afraid he's not here. Okay, don't get angry. I'm sorry. He's not here at the moment. So maybe you got to come back later to talk to the manager. If Jenny, I know it's not correct to use it like this, but people use prepositions at the end of the sentences. Yes. In their daily lives. Yes. In their speech. Yes. The dress had not even been paid for. Yes. That's fine. No problem with that sentence. Pretty Cat, do you have the Kite Runner book right now? If you have, would you show me? I don't, it's in my office, not in my studio. I have an office. I keep my books in the bookshelf. I don't have it right now. That's a strange question. Frankfield, English is one of the easiest languages to learn too. Maybe. Kamlesh, what was Canada's oldest language? Well, Canada and the U.S. had Native Americans, Native Canadians, and there was probably over 20 different languages in North America if you go back 500 years. There was probably over 20 different languages. There were so many different native nations all over North America. Some of them had the same language. A lot of them didn't have the same language. But of course, the natives, disease killed off most of the natives, so languages and have been reduced. Entire populations are gone. So a lot of the languages 500 years ago are gone forever, probably. Jose, how many shoes do you have? I have 3 pairs of shoes. Layla, I respect Robin so much. I don't expect to happen this. I'm not sure about that sentence. I wish that Robin accepts my gift to him. You got to use Robin accepts. Don't forget that S. Same as he accepts. I'm really confused about their pronunciation and sometimes about its meaning. What should I do? You're talking about respect, expect, accept. All right. Well, your example sentences show that you understand the meaning. So respect, you honor someone. I don't expect. So expect means you are sure something will happen. Tomorrow I expect the sun to come out. And I wish that Robin will accept my gift. So you use them correctly. Let's work on pronunciation. Everyone, respect, expect, accept. Okay, hope that helps. And what should I do is your final question there. Keep practicing sentences with those, Layla. Throw in a few more sentences with respect, expect, accept. Practice. Keep practicing with those sentences. We are not in the zoo. Oh, yeah. So if my students in the class, they're noisy and they're causing chaos in the class, I would shout, "We're not in the zoo. Sit down." All right. It's not an idiom. It's not an idiom. It's not an idiomatic expression. It's not an idiom. You're just telling them your behavior is like zoo animals. So we are not in a zoo, so don't behave like zoo animals. Tika, when we use had been and has been, I'm going to have to start pointing to Esther's videos. She teaches that grammar every week. Ask Esther that those questions, Tika. Because I can't go into grammar cannot be taught in 1 minute. Grammar cannot be taught in 2 minutes. Grammar needs a lot of examples, and there's a lot of rules, and there's a lot of exceptions. And Tika, I'm not the best grammar teacher, so sorry, Tika. That's a good question for Esther. Fanny, what were you doing? Is it correct? Yes. Wow, today I think I have the most questions I've ever seen on my live stream. You guys are asking a lot of questions. Let's see. Pretty cat, what's the difference between a demonstrative pronoun and a demonstrative adjective? Let me remind what you're talking about. Demonstrative. Okay, yeah. That's I don't know why you're asking that. I'm gonna have to pass. Every. I'm trying to think simple. See, I'm trying to take complicated stuff and make it simple, but sometimes I can't make it simple. And when I can't make it simple, then it takes time to explain, which I don't have. Anyway, demonstratives are this, that, these, and those. And Esther does a great video on this, that, these, and those on my other channel. The only difference, I'll just explain myself. The demonstrative pronoun, well, demonstrative adjectives, this, that, these, or those, are used to identify items. This marker, these markers. The demonstrative pronoun can be used more for specific people, things. Let's get an example sentence. No, it's basically the same thing. I'm going to say it's the same thing. I'm not sure why you're asking that, pretty cat, because if you just know demonstratives, this, that, these, and those, this, that, singular, these, those, plural, you shouldn't have any problem using them, because the difference between the adjective and the pronoun is very small. Very, very small, that it's not important. So, pretty cat, my advice to you, bring in some example sentences of how a demonstrative confuses you, because I'm not sure how it's confusing you, pretty cat. Sorry, I got to move on. I know my answer was not so good, pretty cat, but I tried to. I've never had that question before, because the difference is not much. Moid. Hello, sir. I have applied some job, but the job is need to speak in English. Which from I need to learning faster, learning speaking English. Sorry, Moid. It takes time. So if you want to learn English faster, you got to give more time. So if you're studying 1 hour a day, well, start studying 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day. That's the only way to increase. There's no quick, secret way to learn English. Layla, how many terms do you teach during the one academic year at the university? Oh, okay. So how many terms? Another word for term is semester. So I usually use the word semester, and I teach 2 semesters a year. So one semester is 15 weeks, and the other semester is 15 weeks. Carrie, do you think you're humble? Well, yeah, it's hard for people to judge themselves, right? I would. I don't even know. It's about 25 minutes ago. Maybe Carrie's not even here. So, Carrie, do you think you're humble? I would say yes and no. So, when I'm talking to usual people, I think I'm very humble. But when I'm talking to my rivals or competitors, I'm not humble. Fanny, you annoyed me. It means bothered. Yep. Music. What is the fastest way to save the largest number of words to be superior? Oh, the fastest way is reading books, not memorizing word lists. Throw those word vocabulary lists away and start reading. What I always do is listen to you and a whole bunch of human development programs. I am on the right track. Well, listening is good. Yep. So keep listening. Listening to me does not help vocabulary very much because I do not use a lot of idioms. I try not to use a lot of idioms or slang, and I try not to use very big words unless someone is asking about them. So I'm probably not going to help your vocabulary, but I can help your listening. All right, Fanny, I'll check the homework. And Yoan Karsuva, you put the word there. I don't know the word. Is that a real word? That's not a real word, so I can't help you. My mom is getting a little tired. My mom gets a little tired. Which one is correct? Both are correct. It depends on the situation. So my mom is getting a little tired. Getting, the present continuous, happening right now. And my mom gets a little tired. You would probably say, my mom gets a little tired when she watches TV. All right, so you'd use those expressions in different situations. Present continuous now. My mom is getting tired now. And my mom gets a little tired when she watches TV. So in the situation of watching TV, my mom gets a little tired. Elsa, how can you start a paragraph in a newspaper article? I'm not a journalist, Elsa. I don't write for newspaper articles, so I'm not sure of how to write a newspaper article. I don't have that experience or knowledge or training. All right, Tika, my example about by and with. Thank you for bringing that, Tika, 20 minutes ago. The second bus will arrive by 10, and the guards hit me with steel. These are very different sentences, so without I'm going to make a note. Wait a moment, Tika. I'm sorry. I know you've been waiting a long time for the answer, but I'm going to say there's so many questions tonight that my advice to anyone watching now, if you join my future live stream, get your questions in quickly, okay? So that's a little tip. So next Wednesday when I come back for the live stream, get your questions in quick. All right, Tika. By 10. So that by is used with time expression. So by 10 o'clock, that by is used with time, and that's very common. By 10, by 7, and then hit me with something is happening to me by something else. So hit me with steel, a steel pipe. Well, Tika, what is the difference? Well, let's see. They're very different. They're very different prepositions. Sometimes they can mean the same thing, but your two examples they don't mean the same thing. They mean very different things in your two examples. So by time, by is used in many ways, but you're using it away with time. That's a very common way. The way you wrote your sentences, by time. You cannot, or by 10. You cannot say with 10. That's impossible. And the guards hit me with steel, so they hit me with some item. The guards hit me by steel. That's impossible. You can't say hit me by steel. All right, so I'm sorry, Tika. Your examples are very different. They're not similar. I would suggest to you to keep practicing making sentences with by, and continue practicing making sentences with, and you will start to get the sense of when to use by, when to use with. Example, sorry, I'm running out of time. Please call me later. Correct. I am tired today. Furthermore, I don't go to work tomorrow. Are the sentences correct? Is the sentence correct? Why do you put sentences? It's one sentence. I am tired today. Let's put a period, make it two sentences. Furthermore, I don't go to work tomorrow. No, that's wrong. Everyone's going to be angry. The moment I do this, you're like, oh, Robin's going to take forever tonight. Sorry, but this marker is terrible. Thinking time. Well, sorry, I want to help him with the furthermore. I never got the furthermore question. Well, I'll say it quickly. I'm going to break it down to like math. A1 is topic 1. A2 is topic 2. Now they both have A, which means there's some connection, some similarity. Now you said, I'm tired today. I don't go to work tomorrow. There's no connection between those two statements. Why is that connected? You're talking about today you're tired and tomorrow you don't go to work. There's no connection between that. So you can't use furthermore. You have to have some connection. Here, I'm going to make a connection. Just for you. Is it too small? All right. I'm tired today. Furthermore, I'm sick. All right. Now there's a connection. Topic A1. I'm tired. That's a problem today. Furthermore, I have another problem. I'm sick. All right. That's all the time I can give. I hope you understand. Oh, the time is up. Sorry, I must go. That works, Frankfield. Mirror of life. Hello. Gaze. Oh, you can't say gaze. Gotta say guys. Gay means homosexual. Mirror of life. Guys, come to make a group for conversation after class. If you check the WhatsApp, we talk after class sometimes. Oh, I'm 26 minutes behind. Oh, sorry. Stop with the questions. Nobody ask any more questions because By the time I finish, it'll be 2 a.m. here. Pretty cat, sir, if I say I get my brother to feed my cat and I have my brother feed my cat, are they correct? Yeah, the same. Robin, when you been to Canada, do you expect you're going to meet all these people around the world? When you been to Canada, when you been in Canada, when you have been to Canada, did you expect that you're going? Something's wrong with your sentence, Layla. Because I'm from Canada. Why are you saying when you? Oh, okay. I think I know what you're trying to say. Robin, when you were in Canada, did you expect you're going to meet all these people from around the world? All right, so I added the were, and now the sentence makes sense. I just changed that one word. No, I didn't expect to meet. When I was in Canada, I never expected to meet so many people from around the world. Vivek, oh, thank you. I haven't started yet. Here, why have used? Where do you? I don't see used, Vivek. And Flaptop Furry, you are gone. Carrie Page, I'm used to, and you want to say getting ignored. Oh, no, not getting ignored. You want to say I'm used to being ignored by everyone. I'm used to being ignored by everyone. Fanny, I used to be good at riding my, good at. I used to be good at riding motorcycles, but now I'm not. Because I used to be, now I'm not. You got to use that be verb. Different between used to and would? Yeah. Kamlesh, that's there's no used to. There's only used to with the D. And would is not, no. That's not different. That's not the same, Kamlesh. Frank Field, example, I usually went to the park with friends. That sentence looks correct. I forget the question. All right. I'm going to move on. All right, Layla. Fanny, as I know, it's and its have different meanings, yes, but why people sometimes use its in a sentence when they should use its? Actually, tomorrow I am releasing a video about its and its. Tomorrow I'm actually going to talk. I'm not going to talk about that. Fanny teacher is going to talk about that very problem, Fanny, its and its. Because that's very confusing to a lot of people. I don't have time to go into that right now, but check out tomorrow's video on the other channel. Yeah, even native speakers make a mistake using its and its. So Fanny, I hope you use them correctly. All right. What should we call the shirt that we're that you are wearing right now? This is a plaid. I think the spelling is plaid, A-I-D, a plaid shirt. Ryan Carl, Robin, hi. Are you trying much You want to switch that much and trying? Are you trying much to speak slowly for us? Yeah, I speak at a slower speed. What is the demonstrative noun? There's demonstrative pronouns. Anyway, the demonstratives are this, that, these, and those. I already talked about that later. And Fanny, ever so sorry. It is means regret. You're using it's wrong. It's doesn't mean regret. Ever so sorry. I'm not sure what your question is, Fanny. Okay, Lolly Lolly is gone long over 17 minutes ago. Wow. Frightening and fret, do they mean the same? No, those are, check your dictionary, Diallo, those are different words. Audi Alwathi, hello, I'm doing well. Little busy tonight, probably I'm sure today is my busiest day as a teacher on the live stream. You guys are just asking the questions. Pretty cat. Pretty good. This book is on the table, and this is one of the difficult books. Which is demonstrative pronoun? I think they're both demonstrative pronoun. Anytime this, that, these, or though represents a thing, it's a demonstrative pronoun. So pretty cat. Why are you worried about demonstrative pronoun? Don't even delete the term demonstrative pronoun, demonstrative adjective. Delete those from your mind. You do not even need to know the name demonstrative pronoun. You're learning wrong. That's the wrong way. All you have to know, this, that, these, and those. Okay? They're pronouns. This. That's a pronoun. I'm referring to this. All right? What is the purpose of grammar? To know the rules of word order and tenses. Layla, I drink cup of milk. A cup, you forgot your a cup of milk every morning. Robin drank a cup, you forgot your article, a cup of coffee before 15 minutes before. Jack was so drunk last night. Could you pronounce drink, drank, and drunk? Drink, drank, drunk. Calden, hi. Audie, you're very patient. Well, I'm losing my patience. That's a good expression. I'm losing my patience, which means I might start to get angry. If I start to get angry at your questions, maybe I'll end the live stream. All right, see you, pretty cat. You're not even around, pretty cat, to hear your answers. All right, see you, Joanne. All right. Teacher, here is the right word. Well, I still don't know that word. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Where did you see that word?
garrulous, 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 garrulous,
Garrulous. Don't know that word. Where did you see that? Layla, is it good to be the person humble? No. Your sentence, is it good to be a humble person? This is a question. Or, that's not a question. Sorry. It's a statement. It is good to be a humble person. Are you trying to ask the question, Layla? About humble? Layla, are you a humble person? Are you humble? Ryan Carl. Where are you from, Ryan Carl? All right, Robin. Do you understand past participle without auxiliary verb have? If so, is it because past participle have already the meaning of perfect? Ryan, there's going to be two rules for the people with these kind of questions. Rule one is you got to provide examples because I've been teaching an hour, and for me to think of examples is not good. Bring in some example sentences. And rule two, the best teacher is Esther. She's a better grammar teacher than me because I'm not a grammar teacher. That's usually not the style I teach English. But if you want me to help you, bring in some example sentences. I know you asked that a long time ago, and I don't even know if you're still here. Thank you, Layla. Spaceman, hello. He is a fret. Diallo. He's a maybe. I'm going to check the word fret. So, did you check the dictionary, Diablo? Because fret is a verb. And you're using it as a noun, which is confusing me. And then frightening is an adjective. So go back to the dictionary. See, fret is a verb, and bring in a sentence. Use fret as a. Is it a noun? Because I don't use it as an. I'm not saying that. Oh, geez, fret. I don't know fret as a noun. It could be a noun. Verb. I use it as a verb. In a fret. No, I don't know that word enough, Diallo. So do you have the exact? He is a fret. He is simply frightening. Is that exactly how you saw it in the book? I don't think that's exactly how you saw it, because you got to bring in exactly how you saw it, and then I'll try to help you, because I'm not familiar with it as a as a noun, only as a verb. Elsa, is sir the same as Mr.? Oh, that's an interesting question, Elsa. Both of them, you want to show respect to a man, and basically they're the same. You're showing respect, so you can say excuse me, sir, or excuse me, mister. Both are okay. I think they mean the same thing. Internet connection is not good. Sorry to hear that, party. I'm ever so sorry. Well, if you say sorry that usually means some regret. I wish I didn't do that. Sorry. So if you just say sorry, I'm sorry to hurt you, that kind of means I regret to hurt you. The expression I'm ever so sorry is just you're emphasizing that you're sorry, that you probably wish you didn't do whatever you did. So you have some regret. Yes. Thank you, Layla. Fenny, how to pronounce patient, passion. Patient, passion. I'm not sure myself. You are judging about me. Am I humble or not? You want to say, am I humble or not? You're humble, I think, Layla. Oh, we're at the end. All right. Thank you to all the people still here. Oh, I'm sweating from this live stream. Please support the channel so I can continue helping you. I don't make any money to do this. I'm giving an hour almost every night, and then Esther's giving time. So please consider supporting the channel, helping us out, so I can bring in some more teachers in the future. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. MH Milat, sorry, we're ending up now. I'm losing my voice. I'm sweating. It was such a difficult live stream. There's so many questions. My advice to you guys, next Wednesday, I'm going to do a live stream again. Get your questions in right away, because you got about three to 5 minutes to get your questions in. If it's after that, you probably have to wait a long time. Anyway, well, interesting day. You took the energy right out of me. Sorry about Anvil. Sorry about that. You're ever so sorry. No more English questions, but I can chat a bit if anyone has anything to say. Not an English question, but anything happening in your life? Anything special about your life? All right, see you. I'm your best friend. Oh, MH Millet. If you're my best friend, I don't know you very well. Do you know? I didn't know that, Millet. Why are you my best friend? I don't even know what you look like. Anphil, yeah. Thank you for saying the live stream is very useful. But some questions are really hard. I never thought about some of these questions. You guys have good questions. And it's hard for me to give the correct answer sometimes, because sometimes I don't know exactly the correct answer. Anyway, Elsa, thank you. Anphil, keep going, teacher. Thank you. Keep going. Not tonight. I'm not going to keep going. I'm going to end up soon. I'm going to end this very soon. All right, I'm going to finish in about 1 minute. So any last questions or comments? No questions, but any last comments, get them in. Well, there's a question. Do you like candy? Candy is uncountable. So usually we say, do you like candy? Sorry, candy can be countable. It's candy special. It can be countable and uncountable, but in this case, you should use it as uncountable. Zuzu, you're late. Class is finished. Elsa, what is countable nouns? Elsa, that's a very basic English question. If you don't know countable nouns, Well, class is finished, so I can only point to the Oxford Dictionary. All right, see you guys Tuesday, Esther's live stream. I'll be in the chat, and then I'll probably do my next live stream Wednesday, not tomorrow. I'm going to take a break tomorrow because I have night classes tomorrow. So see, oh, Prakar's here right at the end. See, nice to see you, Prakar. But I'm leaving now. So see you guys soon.